What do you think makes a horror game good? See, I was streaming Mortuary Assistant a while ago and I was really enjoying myself, so I started making a video on it, but I've also been looking for an excuse to talk about horror games in general. You know, where I think most modern horror games fail, but I personally look for in a horror game, that kind of stuff. So with this video I'm trying to sort of mush those two ideas together. Gameplay from Mortuary Assistant and talking about the broader topic of horror games as a whole. And you know.
The memes.
Just so everyone knows what the hell's going on with the game, the basic premise for Mortuary Assistant goes as follows. You play as Rebecca Owens and you are a Mortuary Assistant. She works at Riverfield's Mortuary, the main location of the game. The game opens up with Rebecca's grandmother warning her about working there because of its bad reputation. You know, the usual horror shtick. But Rebecca insists on working there since the next day is her final assessment for full-time employment, which nicely sets the stage for the tutorial. Now, who leaves a corpse around?
Rebecca. Great.
Ow,
Please
creepy old fuck. Moving the deceased. Use the gurney by standing behind it and pressing the gurney interact key. Then walk backwards with the gurney down the hall. This is... Oh god. Fan-fucking-tastic. Come on. There you go. Out with the old and in with the new. Hover the cursor over unique markings such as moles, scratches, bruises, and interact with them to record them to the clipboard. What the fuck? Ugh. Oh god. I don't wanna... Ugh. Look guys, I'm working 9 to 5. I did it. Keratolosis. Hemangioma. Blemishes. Mild abrasion. Isn't that everything? Cha-ching! Cavity fluid. A tasty beverage during these hot summers. Setting the face. Pull the manipulator up and press the injector button to drive barbs into the skull. Then twist the wires to shut the jaw. Oh, for fuck's sake. Have you considered being in a Pepsodent advertisement? Oh. Pop. I don't like this. Using items. Some items need to be used directly on the body. To use an item, open quick inventory and select the item needed. Fuck off. Oh god. Am I making a fucking Warhammer 40k servitor here or what the fuck? Oh! Oh lord. Oh, that's supposed to happen. Draining the blood. Forbidden juice. This is how they make the marinara. Somebody call the Italians, I'm leaking all their secrets. Filling the body cavities. Insert the trocar until it stops to begin the flow of embalming fluid. Oh. Oh. No, you can like see it underneath the skin. Come on, Grandma. Give me the juices, I know you're hiding them in there somewhere. Moisturizing. Move the wipe across facial features while holding down interact until the lotion is used up.
Tell you what.
Scrapped a bit too hard.
Why don't you go ahead and head out? I'll take over from here. For your
See, this guy was so fucking done with us. He got tired of me fumbling around. So what, I get to leave? Perfect, I'm never coming back. For the most part, horror games tend to have very minimal gameplay, or none at all. Oh wow, I just found a key for the 100th locked door. Now this is epic. So I really appreciate it when a horror game tries to be more than just a walking simulator. Not to say those types of games can't work, they can, but I think games like that are the exception, not the rule. For example, if a horror game has a really good atmosphere, I personally tend to not realize that all I really did in the game was walk around until after I'm done playing the game. So what I liked about the tutorial of Mortuary Assistant was that it got you thinking. Not only about how the game is played, but also it got me guessing what's gonna happen later on in the game. And I think this is mainly thanks to the setting of the game, right? You're in a mortuary. Most of us would at least be a bit unsettled being in one. Not to mention the whole embalming mechanic itself that adds to the uneasiness. Also, there would be small things happening in the background while you were doing the tutorial. The things randomly falling over, stuff like that helped convey that there's something fucky going on here. The only thing that felt out of place to me was when you hallucinate the skin from the corpse you were working on peeling away. I felt like they should have done these subtle things in the tutorial the whole way through. That segment came so out of nowhere that it just sort of took me out of it. There is a story explanation for that happening, but by this point the player doesn't know why that happened, and even if they did, I would still say that it would come off more random than scary. See, Rebecca here is in the process of being possessed, and that's why she hallucinated that, but without any context and with not enough tension, that part just felt way too in your face. And let's talk about tension while we're at it. Now, I'm no authority when it comes to any of this stuff. I'm just some schmuck who likes to talk about games. So I don't want anyone to think that I think I'm some expert on this matter. But you don't need to think too long to realize that tension is incredibly important for anything horror related. While I think Mortuary Assistant has no problems with creating tension besides the beginning, which I can understand why the beginning is the way it is, kinda hard to learn the game mechanics when you're busy shitting yourself, I do notice more and more games fail at building or maintaining tension. There can be a bunch of reasons for this, like poor atmosphere, bad pacing, bad sound design, relying on jump scares. All kinds of things can be the cause of this. An example of a game failing to maintain tension. Amnesia the Bunker. Don't get me wrong, it's a great game, I love the setting and overall enjoyed it. It definitely shivered my timbers at times. But I think Bunker is a great example of a game playing its hand too early. And by hand, I mean its monster. See, on average, after a bit over an hour or so, you've fully seen the monster, you've ran into it, you know what it looks like, and the first 3 hours or so are genuinely scary. But after a while, the tension starts to taper off, cause you now know the basic gist of the monster.
You dare bring light to my lair? You must die!
And the game doesn't throw enough new things at you to keep things fresh. You know the gradually more poorly drawn horse meme? Yeah, the game felt like that, but to a lesser extent. It builds its tension great at the beginning, but then fails to follow up on it later on. Another way to build tension is with the game's story. Maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but what is it with these horror games having such a hard-on for putting all the info about the story or the world on these little pieces of paper? I can understand little flavor pieces scattered around the game here and there, but actual important info to the story. There have been so many instances in horror games where it would have been better to show something to the player instead of them having to read about it. Close second to the pieces of paper method is having to listen to a tape recorder, which is way preferable, though for whatever reason, the games tend to still lock you into a menu when listening to them. But why though? Like, let me carry the tape recorder around so I can listen to the lore while progressing through the game. Locking the player into menus for long periods of time is always a mistake. There are so many ways to convey a story, especially with games, that I'm just shocked that these two examples tend to be the go-to for an overwhelming majority of horror games. I mean, I understand why they're the go-to, they're easy to implement for one, but man do I wish there'd be something different more often. Like, dude, take the environmental storytelling from a Souls-like game and plonk it into a horror game. That would be so fucking good. But anyways, that's enough rambling for now. Let's see how my first night in Mortuary Assistant went. Oh boy, are we really going in there? Golly.
Get started.
Huh? Oi! We have a stalker.
Staying focused.
Is this the guy? Cause isn't he talking on a phone?
On the desk. I'll call again when you get to the embalming room.
No, wait.
Yeah, that's
What the
that's the
fuck?
boss.
This is insane.
Mosimos.
Listen to the tapes. Learn the demon's name. Burn the correct body.
I guess we get our first candidate. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe, waster, no. Oh, okay. So there's 3 choices. Hey, what's up, guys? It's me, your boy Rustop. Today we are unboxing... What was this guy's name? Oi vittu. Hello?
Hello? Nope, nope. New job. I'm getting out of here.
I'm gonna ignore that. I did not just hear whatever I heard. Someone at the door, man, fuck him. Fuck him is crazy. Look, there's already been so much fucking demonic nonsense happening. At this point, you know, just... Ooh. I don't like this. I don't fucking like this. I mean, it's a 33% chance that we just get it right at the first time, yeah? I like those odds. Okay, time to drain the marinara. Thank you. That's a coffin? Hey. Demons. Wait, this means that there's a thing here somewhere, like an icon. No? Getting warmer. Ui. Did I get the icon? Because that got spent up? I don't understand. Maybe listen to this one.
You should have fucking died. I will slit your ass open, and your last vision as they wither will be of the flesh being peeled.
Well, that's not the same tape. I don't know, is this the guy? No, not getting those vibes. The vibes aren't off. Theodore Mayo. Fucking Mayo. That has to be like the most fucking American surname.
Pay attention to
You vitun.
incorrectly.
Lord.
Obvious or extremely subtle.
Oh.
Once you are certain the demon
Do I have any?
I'm missing something.
Really? Who makes a
Hi.
Hey. Hey. It's not there. Let's just pretend that it's not fucking there. Don't avoid eye contact. Is it? Fuck off. Look, man, I can't work in these fucking conditions. I can't work with an audience. I guess he likes to watch. Oh, thank fuck. It's gone. Why is everyone calling this guy a Starion? He does look like him, to be honest. Mom, can we have a Starion? No, we have a Starion at home. So, like, if there's anything different about the body, then this is the fuck face, yes? I don't think there is anything different about this guy. So it's either the guy we did first, or the last one. I'm pretty sure it's this lady, then. Hey! Oh, shit, what's up, Asterion? Hey! Oh, fuck off. Oh, fuck off. What? I'm on a tight fucking schedule here, buddy. Oh. Well. That wasn't there before. Is it tricking me to leave? What the fuck? Get tubing by bed, get needle from bathroom, find lighter, get... Oh my god, are we getting high? Do you guys see a lighter? Oh. Get spoon from coffee table. This thing? Oh my god, it's like a makeshift doodad. Find full baggie in kitchen's counter. I guess we do this now. Oh my god. I was eating a thing. What's this shit? I was eating cinnamon roll. God fucking damn it, man. Do we see any differences? That was there before. I think that's different. There was a spot there, but it wasn't like that. Uh-oh. So what do we take? This thing? Let's see what the fuck happens.
You're wrong, you know. Are you sure this is the right one?
Can I get a hint? Wait, that's one of those symbols. I never saw that. Oops. I think that's the one. What is this fucking music? Bro, stop that. Okay, take that. Shut the fuck up. Okay. I don't like this. Did I do it? Please. Fuck off. Please. Can we just burn all the bodies? Better safe than sorry. Oh? Jesus! Toasty! Get the fuck away from me. Did I actually do it right?
Later that night.
Oh, I've just been waiting for so
Uh-oh.
long.
What? What are you?
Hey,
Oh, no.
fuck.
You chose the wrong demon.
Ah, fucking hell.
Rebecca's not here, you fucking idiot!
Shit.
Watch your flesh boil and drink it as it melts from your pitiful frame. Worthless old shit.
Shit, we're Palpatine. A deadly game of Twister. That was cool. Fuck. I thought I like fucking clutched it, but guess not. So that was my first night in the game. I got the Raymond turns into a meatball ending, also known as the bad ending. I believe there are 6 endings in total, but don't quote me on that. Usually for me, horror games are a one and done type of deal. I play through the game once and then I never touch it again. Because why would I? 9 times out of 10 there's not enough incentive to do so. Maybe the game has multiple endings or something, but is it really worth it to go through the exact same 5-hour story for a different 30-second cutscene? Mortuary Assistant, however, does this cool thing where it randomizes the things that happen during each attempt, which gives it a lot more replay value compared to the usual linear horror games. It also swaps the spots for all the items you need to embalm the corpses, which helps with the replayability even further. And every run you do for the game is like 40 minutes give or take, so you're a lot more incentivized to get all the endings yourself. For a bit now, I've been wondering if this more randomized approach is the way to go with horror games moving forward. Well, I think the linear story-driven horror games will always be the norm. Giving the player a reason to play the game again wouldn't hurt. I don't know, doesn't it kinda feel bad when you buy a $40 horror game that you beat in just 5 to 8 hours, and then it just rots in your library forever? I mean, if those hours are really good, then fine, whatever, but how often do you play a game these days and it's amazing the whole way through? I really wish horror games would try new things more often, and I know it has gotten better over time. If you look at itch.io, for example, you're gonna find some horror games in there that do try their own thing, but I still think we're not seeing enough new things considering the potential this genre has. I hope we get to see more of that in the future as making games becomes more and more accessible. Lastly, I wanted to talk a bit about monsters in horror games. When I was going through the footage for Mortuary Assistant, I realized one big reason why I enjoyed it so much is because you rarely get chased around by any of the different demons. For me, when playing one of these games where there are things that chase you around, the moment the monster catches me, a lot of that magic is gone. That thing that chased me is now a lot less scary to me, because I now know what happens when I get caught. Now yes, to be fair, usually you just get thrown into a game over screen when caught in a horror game. I think that's what most of us expect to happen. But when you're playing the game, that not knowing part I feel like is a big reason why monsters in horror games are scary. It's not the only reason, but it is one of them. Also, with these types of horror games, running away tends to be the solution to everything, which just gets repetitive for me personally. Monster spots you, run away. Made too much noise, run away. Forgot to file your taxes, run away. Now some games do make getting chased around work, for example, Visage. In Visage, the monsters don't really roam, you know. They're not in the house walking around 24/7 and constantly stopping you from progressing, which I think is where a lot of my annoyance with some of these other horror games comes from. Instead, what happens in Visage is that you get chased around. After a little bit, the monster stops chasing you, and then it won't show up for a few minutes, so you get to explore for a bit and hopefully make some progress. So if a monster and the systems surrounding it aren't well designed from a more technical side of things, it can actually cause pacing issues and hinder a lot of other aspects of the game. But also, more often than not, the game will be recognizable because of the monster. When you see a new horror game come out, what do you see everyone and their mother put in the YouTube thumbnails besides them going like this? The monster, because it grabs our attention. It's like the monster becomes more recognizable than the game itself. Pyramid Head, Slender Man, Gatherers. I bet there's way more people who have seen these characters than people who actually know where they're from. If you don't have a well-designed monster both visually and technically, you're not gonna have a good horror game. You know, originally, I didn't even like anything horror related. I remember I watched The Grudge 2 when I was like 8 with my older sister, and that left me so shook that I just refused to touch anything to do with horror. Luckily, I gave the genre a shot once I began streaming, and I'm glad that I did. Would have missed out on a lot of good stuff if I didn't. Anyways, I hope you guys got something out of this video. Let me know what you thought about it. Am I right on at least some of this stuff, or am I just a fucking idiot? Let me know. I quite enjoyed making this video, so liking it does help me with the YouTube algorithm, and I can figure out if I should keep making these or not. If this one does well, I'll probably keep making similar videos on different genres or just specific games, we'll see. Also, my main thing is streaming on Twitch. I stream 4 days a week and I always start at 4 PM CET, so if you wanna see me live, you know where to find me. Thank you so much for watching the video, I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day, bye bye.